Bradenton, Florida, stand up. The WGC Workday comes to Bradenton. Jenks Jr. III live again in a suburb of Bradenton, Florida. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I put it in my map today. It's 26 minutes to get to the golf course.
26 minutes. Wow. Incredible. So there's no better coverage on the internet of this event than the man 26 minutes away from the WGC Workday Championship. This is Fantasy from the Fairway, by the way. You've got Jenks Jr. III in the suburb of Bradenton. You got me in Jacksonville, Florida. We're going to roll into the picks from last week, and boy, oh boy, do I have a lot to say, but we have a short amount of time, so I'm going to leave it at this. Bryson DeChambeau is not a good golfer. I do not care that he won the U.S. Open. I do not care how far he hits his driver. He does not hit it straight. He does not know where it's going. He does not do much else correct. Do I have the screenshot still? Please tell me that I do. Please tell me. Do I have it? Do I have it? I don't have it. That's sad. But I texted you about it. About missing the 3-foot putt for birdie when he needed some birdies coming. Truly disappointed with his performance. On the other side, Cameron Tringale, damn, now I know what it feels. I know what it feels like.
Yeah, I forget who mine was. That was 26, but yeah, it's not that fun.
Yeah. So disappointment there on both ends. Tringale tried his best. Bryson obviously didn't try. I hope nothing good happens to him the rest of his career. I don't want him to die or anything, but I just hope he doesn't win ever again. John Rahm, you pick him and he gets significantly more points than when I picked him. No surprise, the top 25s don't pan out. I'm getting killed in FedEx Cup points. Probably at least the guy I picked this week can't get cut. There's no cut.
Oh, yeah.
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 So.
Well, yeah, that's good news for you. Also, I have something to say.
Uh-huh.
I remember that one time when we were talking about how there was no way you could have somebody else in front of Dustin Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
My boy John did better.
Yep. What a world.
Crazy world we live in.
John Rahm was the only – okay. Now, yes. But John Rahm had an incredible last round. That's the only reason he finished where he did. But, all right, whatever. I like John Rahm. He's a good guy, red Sharpie and all. Those are the picks. I suck. Let's roll to the Concession Golf Club. What do you know about it?
To be honest, not a whole lot. Bradenton, Florida, like we were talking about. It's par 72 as far as I could tell. It stretches out to nearly 7,500 yards, so it's a very, very long golf course. Designed by Jack Nicklaus and Tony Jacklin in 2006. They actually had aspirations of making this a major golf course for.
Mm-hmm. I saw that.
They were really going for it. They were hoping to host Ryder Cups, major championships, all that good stuff. And this is the closest they've come to it.
And honestly, this is the first PGA Tour event played here. It is pretty incredible that now, granted, this kind of stuff doesn't happen a lot where you have to move and stuff, but to get a WGC in the first ever PGA Tour event is honestly pretty incredible. I mean, I don't know how that works because obviously Mexico had it, but you don't just get scheduled a WGC course. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is a big deal for Bradenton. It's unfortunate that it won't bring in the revenue that it would if there was fans. If this was a planned thing, obviously Mexico would never give this up, nor should they. But if this was hey, you could have full fans. If there was no COVID, this would be a major thing for the city of Bradenton, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know as well as I do, there's not a whole lot going on here. I think a lot of people would have came out, supported.
Do you think the number one place to eat for the people in town would be the 64 Sunnies?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Dude, that is actually a hell of a good question.
The family feast.
Where do these rich PGA golfers eat when they come here?
JT and Rory slide into the 64 Sunnies, get the salad bar, some light.
Oh man.
Yo, here's the thing. This is the wrong field for the 64 Sunnies. If like Appy Barnrat,
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Higgs,
You're not wrong. It's off
Duffner.
70. So
I thought it was 64. Oh, the course stuff 70. Gotcha.
yeah. So maybe a bit of Hungry Howie's.
Oh, there is a Hungry
A little
Howie's
bit
on
of
70.
Howie's.
There you go. There's some Froyo on set.
That's honestly sad to think about.
Get the breakfast at Bob Evans. Is that Bob Evans still down there?
Oh, yes, it is. And Guy Fieri, he put in a little pop-up shop
Really?
in the UTC Mall, so you can order from Flavortown.
That's lit.
So, so maybe they're going to be getting some Flavortown. Wow.
By the way, I was checking the flight mapping to see if some of my former employees at the Dolphin Aviation were going to have some visitors. Unconfirmed if anybody flew in, but I saw a few jets with familiar numbers on them flew in. So I don't know if Dolphin had any of the people, but everyone flew into Sarasota.
Gotcha. That's pretty cool.
So we got to keep moving here. These are the key stats, and obviously nobody really has any idea.
Correct.
This is pretty much the reason that you see the top 3 stats is because we know for sure on the scorecard that 3 of the 4 par 3s are going to play in this yardage. We have no idea if approach putting around the green is going to matter, but we do know for sure that that's how those are going to play. Same thing with the 4s. 5 out of 10 are going to be between 4 and 450. The par 5s between 550 and 600 are 2 of the 4, but here's the thing. The other 2 are 606 and 545. So it's a 6 and a 5 yard difference from being in that window, which makes me think that's important.
For sure.
I read online that there's going to be a decent amount of guys that cannot reach the par 5s, especially the 606 one. And there's like a 590 something in 2. So that's why I thought it was important how you play those. Approach, putting, and around the green is popular belief. If you look around to many other people's information on this topic, you will see those. And I added driving distance because of the par 5s. Anything to
I read
add?
I read an article that said from the backs, this is one of the harder golf courses in the United States. I don't know how valid that is. I guess we'll find out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But yeah, Jack and Tony, they modeled a lot of the holes on this course after very, very famous golf courses: Riviera, Pebble, Augusta, Bay Hill. They took European courses. So, I mean, they created it with hopes of hosting a Ryder Cup or a major. It's going to be a hard golf course.
I totally
it's not going
cut
to be
you
a
off
cakewalk.
talking about that. I forgot that was on your last slide.
Yeah, but it's not going to be a cakewalk.
No, I agree. I think it'll be interesting. Shout out Bradenton, man. The 941. Go to the 64 Sunnies. Gosh dang it.
Crazy. Family feasted.
Family feasted.
I think I might have to go and invite them to feast with me.
There you go.
Show up at the hotel, see if anybody wants to feast, the family feast with me.
There you go. Go find who in this field probably would family feast it.
Patrick Reed.
Patrick
John
Reed.
Rahm.
Rahm probably.
Terrell Hatton seems like a guy who just pounds some food.
Bubba probably likes Sunnies. I'm just going to let you know. Bubba probably enjoys eating at Sunnies.
DeChambeau.
Oh, don't even
There are some people who would
Lee Westwood probably have some Sunnies.
Yeah, Lee's never turned down a meal in his life.
You know, you could
Shane Lowry?
Andy Sullivan.
If Shane Lowry wasn't a golfer, he'd be an eater.
Some of these European guys might have never had the experience of Sunnies. Dang it, man. If only there was fans, we could have let them know. 64 Sunnies. It's on Jenks. We make a lot of money from this show we do, so Jenks could afford to
crazy.
Anyway, we roll on 10K and above. There are some differences. There are 6 players in the 10K. We have mad disrespected one each. We've chose different ones to disrespect. We'll start at the top. Patrick Cantlay. I have a weird feeling that whoever makes their pick first will be picking Patrick Cantlay to win this event. That's just a feeling I have.
I think I've taken him.
Have you?
I don't know.
Well, either way, we have both put Patrick Cantlay in the number 1 spot, mostly because he has a 38th place finish this year. And besides that, first, 8th, 17, 13, and most recently, 2nd, 3rd, 15th.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt he's playing out of his mind right now. 10,000 is incredibly reasonable. He's an elite golfer. You don't find those at 10K. So yeah, I think can't lay a 1 was an easy thing for me to pick.
Yeah, we differ at this point. I'm surprised you have Xander this low. Is it because you know he can't physically win?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because here's the stats that I pulled. He's 4th birdie or better. He's 6th par 5 scoring in the area, 12th par 3, 9th par 4, 21st approach, 6th putting, 20th around the green, 34th driving distance. Besides the fact that he can't win and he's not an 11K, I don't think you could go wrong.
No, I agree, and we all know he plays the tough course as well. He's always contending at the majors. Yep. But not winning, we talked about this. We talked about this off camera or off microphone, whatever you want to call it. I think this week's just a big feeling week. Like we don't know the course. I just have a feeling for some reason that Xander's not going to do as well as I would hope.
He's going to be too full on the 64 Sonny's Family Feast.
He's going to go a little bit too hard. Wednesday night Family Feast. Thursday after his round, Howie's. PDQ.
There is a PDQ on 70.
I don't know. And I know John Rahm can stomach all that food and go back out the next day and perform.
That is fair. You have John Rahm there in the 2 slot. Not a bad pick. I have him 4th because I think the best 11K golfer is Dustin. So that would put Rahm 2nd for me. You have him over Xander and whatnot. The disrespect for me comes from Justin Thomas. The disrespect from you comes from Rory McIlroy.
I mean, for me, these two are interchangeable. Like, I'm not going to play either of them.
Correct.
So I could happily put Rory 5, JT 6, but I don't know.
Yeah, they both looked very bad last week. But tough call.
And I also think we're looking at distance, almost 7,500 yards. Rahm hits it far, DJ hits it far. Cantley's just accurate. I mean, Xander's long off the tee. I have no concerns there.
Right.
But JT and Rory just aren't playing that well right now.
Agreed. Loud and clear. To the 9K. And thumbs down Bryson. I hadn't seen it yet. I'm happy about that. I'll let you take it.
Yeah, so starting at 99 or 9,900. I have Bryson. I'm thumbsing him down. He played terribly in the first round last week. I truly just don't think he fully knows what's going on right now with his swing. I think he won the U.S. Open. He had so much confidence going forward. But I think he's lost a little bit of that. He's just not playing that well, to be completely honest. So at 9,900, I would rather go with Tony Finau, who is now, I think it's 3 second-place finishes in a row. Yeah. So
I have a stat, but I'll let you.
We wanted to make fun of Tony Finau. We were talking about it on Sunday when Max Homa gave him every shot to win. He still couldn't.
Yeah.
Max Homa should have won without a playoff hole, but he gave Tony a chance, and Tony, crumbled. He can't win, but he's hot enough to where at this point, I think this is his best shot.
Yeah. I saw there's a bunch of graphics going around with this same stat. I saw it as just a regular tweet from a dude, and then PGA, I'm assuming knew. But anyway, the most top 10 finishes on the PGA Tour without a win since 2017. Tony Finau with 37. I mean, think about that. The next closest are 3 gentlemen tied for 16. Couldn't you guess any of those gentlemen quickly?
Xander. Did he win recently? Without a win.
Since 2017, yeah. One of them you want to tattoo your body.
Oh, Fleetwood.
One of them, big time Cubs fan, has it on his golf bag. The golf bag is red. The answer is Kevin Streelman.
Yeah, I had no idea he had that on his back.
And the other guy that has 16 finishes in the top 10 without a win is the boy Ben On.
Really?
Yes, yeah.
Huh.
So anyway, I thought that was crazy. We were gonna disrespect Tony. We kind of did, but damn, it's still it's like impressive, but it's just disappointing that he can't.
Yeah,
win. Like I kind of feel bad.
At 9,800, coming off of back-to-back second place finishes, I'm full ready to go with Tony Finau after thumbsing him down last week.
Absolutely.
He hits it far.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair, Bryson and Brooks hit it very far as well. They're just incredibly inaccurate. So that's just my concern with Brooks. I know he just won, but then last week he finished 42nd, 37th, something like that. Like, not that impressive for 9,500. Tyrrell Hatton, he hasn't played here in a little bit now.
It's been a minute.
But he's been playing on the European Tour, and he won in, where was that, Abu Dhabi, Dubai?
Abu Dhabi.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, he's good for me. He's one of the great approach players of the game right now. He hits it decently far.
Hasn't been in our lovely country since November. Well, unconfirmed if he's been here, but he hasn't played.
Yeah, and then now we're kind of moving down from the distance players in the 9K range to the shorter, more accurate players. I'm good to go with Webb Simpson just because I think he knows how. I don't know if this makes any sense to anybody else, but he's one of those guys. Nobody's played this course. He's one of the guys who's like intelligent when it comes to golf. Like, I feel like he is able to pick up like how to play a golf course probably a little better than other people.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has a lot of like vision with the way he hits his shots and stuff like that. So I just think Webb mentally will be fine playing a new course, and that's, to be honest, why I put him here.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Reed, however, I think he's number one in par 5, 550 to 600 scoring.
He is. I thought that's
why
weird.
I put him. Yeah, that's why I put him like orange. But at the same time, he doesn't hit a lot of greens. He doesn't hit it far off the tee. He's kind of the same way to me that Webb is. Like, when Patrick Reed wins, I feel like it's because he's playing smart. But for some reason, just like a feeling, like I said earlier, I'm not comfortable.
The defending
with Patrick
champ,
Reed.
by the way, that means literally nothing. It's never meant less.
I know. I didn't even put the top past 3 winners because I thought it was irrelevant.
It's literally never meant less.
Yeah. And then Morikawa is just not playing well. For his standards.
He's not playing well.
Playing fine.
Yeah, correct.
For his standards. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I'm just gonna stay away from him until he, gets a little bit more consistent. I don't really like the 8K range. I'm sure you've taken a look at it. But
I like Zalatoris, so I'm glad that you did.
I do too. I like Neiman and Zalatoris. I think they're both young.
Tommy Fleetwood, thumbs down. What the hell's wrong? That's your guy.
It really is my guy, but he has not been good in the United States of America.
Look, I gotta ask you this.
Yeah.
Is the European Tour just super easy? Like, these guys beat the shit out of everybody in the European Tour. This man is just killing it. 7th, 17th, 26th. And then in America this year, 59, 57, 19, 37. Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't know. Whatever.
I'm not
there's a lot, but there's a lot of guys like that. Like, if you really, really think about it, actually, I don't want to say that. So I'm just not. But, like, it's weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird.
Yeah, but yeah, we can start at the top, I guess. That makes more sense. To start off with Fleetwood at 8,900. He's not playing well here. Ever since the break the PGA Tour took, he's come back a couple of times, and he just hasn't played well. And that's literally it for me. Moving down to 8,600, my boy Max Homa. I had him thumbs up. He represented. He wins the tournament.
He cried.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, no, I'm with him.
When Tiger's giving you the trophy?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty
He said,
cool.
The city of champions, the Dodgers, the Lakers, and me. I said, you damn right. That's such a baller thing to say.
No, I was so happy for Homo when he won.
Mm-hmm.
I was devastated when he missed that putt because I didn't think he could do it in the playoff. But, I mean, he came through. And a trend on this show is when somebody wins, I thumbs them down.
Hey, you almost never go back to back.
Never. Well,
almost. Brendan Todd.
Yeah. But still, so he's going to be a no for me. Hideki is going to be a no for me on account of he sucks. and then Joaquin Neiman's just really good. I gave all the stats last time. He's honestly just playing out of his mind right now. So I'm good with Joaquin Neiman. And Zalatoris is a very accurate, good ball striker. So I think he's one of the guys who will kind of figure out this course quickly. And he's one of the guys where even if he doesn't have one part of his game going, I feel like he's well-rounded in everything enough to the point where he can kind of slide by if he's not feeling great that day. Or I just have a good feeling about Will Zalatoris.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people.
He's just really good.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I left off. And also, this place was a Corn Ferry Tour stop, right?
I thought so, but I don't think it is because I looked.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't look at specifically at Zalatoris's, but the Lakewood Ranch tournament's something else because they just played that.
Okay.
Because there's a Corn Ferry guy in my range, and I was like, wait a minute, and I couldn't find anything, so I guess not.
Gotcha. But yeah, I mean the rest of the AK for me, like Adam Scott, I'm fine with. Scotty Scheffler, I don't really like too much.
Adam Scott probably finishes top 30 just because it's Adam Scott. He always does.
Yeah, Matthew Fitzpatrick, don't know him. Cam Smith, I'm actually good with. I didn't put him on here, but I'm good with him. And then Sung Jae, I wanted to ask you about this. Where has he been?
Where has he been? That's a good point.
Dude didn't take a week off for 4.5 years.
Holy crap, he hasn't played since Waste Management.
I know.
So it's been like, what is it, 2 weeks? This will be
my man really said I'm gonna play for 2 straight years and then dip for multiple weeks.
Yeah, Pebble and then this. So he's missed 2. So Tiger didn't invite him.
Isn't it 3?
This will be 3.
Okay.
So Tiger.
But yeah, I've never seen him take a break, so I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't realize he was gone until he was gone, and I didn't realize I needed him back. Shout out Sung. He was in Sugar. He must have been moving. Must have been moving. Yeah.
Had to have been. Or just maybe getting to know Atlanta.
That's fair. Could have been either of those. That's the 8 and the 9. Let's go to the 7. Before we get to the 7, I just want to shout out my boy Greg. Greg, I forgot your last name, but Greg subscribed to the channel. That's the new subscriber.
Who?
It's some guy named Greg. I don't know, but he subscribed because he liked the content. That's why I texted you to see if it was your brother's friend. It was not. So there's a real person named Greg that likes content. Greg, thank you for subscribing.
Hey man, Greg, we appreciate you like no other.
Deadass, we like it. I don't know why.
He might have just won the giveaway.
It's possible.
It's likely.
We're going to the 7K. Anyway, Greg, hope you like the content. Hope you win some money because of us. 7K, Louis Oosthuizen. It's going to be a no. He does not play the 3 or 4s that well. His approach game sounds like a great putter. But I am not going to roll with Louis Oosthuizen this week. Although he did have a good finish at the Waste Management, but it is what it is. Jason Day, I think, is playable. He had a really good outing at Pebble Beach where he finished 7th. Before that, he missed 2 cuts. So, it is what it is. But he looked healthy at Pebble Beach, so I think you could play Jason Day. Justin Rose is the same thing. He has not been in our great country since the exact same tournament. Whoever we talked to, Terrell Hatton, they all played the Masters, and then everybody played RSM and got cut for some reason because that was a weird tournament.
Yeah, they've had a busy little European stretch though with the Abu Dhabi, Dubai. Yeah, they've had some good tournaments over there.
Rosie finished 2nd in the Saudi International, so that was his best finish over there. I think Justin Rose he's probably gonna play well. He usually seems to. I think Matt Wolff is playable. The par 5s in the area, he plays them 17th best on tour, 51st in birdie or better, 28th in approach, 6th in driving distance. I think he is playable just because he's so cheap, but I think there's better options. I just realized I didn't finish my graphics, so that won't appear on the thing. I'll fix that
Yeah,
Kisner.
you're good.
So I'll fix that. Harris English surprisingly is going to be a no here. He does not play any of the holes in the area that we looked at that well. And since he won, he's missed 2 of 3 cuts, and the one cut that he did make, he did not finish that great, so I'd stay away from Harris. Sergio, I'm all for. He's one of my favorites, if not favorite, in this range. Plays the par 5s really good. The par 4 is really good. The 3's not so well, but, it's par 3, whatever. Not a good putter, hits it far. He's good around the green. I can roll with Sergio. I'm not going to roll with Leishman. He plays the par 5s at 190th best on tour. That's pretty bad, especially when you need to score on the par 5s. In these ranges, you're going to find a lot of players that you've probably never heard of. This one you probably have heard of, Robert McIntyre from the European Tour. He is pretty good. He has a 3rd place finish on the Dubai Desert Classic this year. He has a 16th and a 29th as well. The European players that have no real stats on the PGA Tour or current recent history are how you're going to win money this week. I promise you, because everybody's going to pick the PGA players because you know those people. That's why I tried to give you the thumbs up, thumbs down with normal PGA people. McIntyre is good. He is better than a $7,400 golfer. I just don't have the stats to tell you what he does well, but I'm telling you this guy is good. So you can consider it. Carlos Ortiz, same thing. He was not good last week, but he plays these par 5s well, plays par 4s all right. I think he is playable, but not better than anybody on the graphic. Bubba, it's going to be a no. My boy Bubba, where's my... He's 214th strokes gained putting. He just doesn't know what to do. I would not ride with Bubba. He's also missed, I think, 2 straight. Ryan Palmer at $7,200 is a crime. A crime, yeah. I tell you. 3rd birdie or better, 20th in the par 5s, 25th in the par 4s, 45th putting, 38th approach. This guy's real good. He's real good right now. He finished 2nd at Farmers, 4th Tournament of Champions, 4th Zozo. Ryan Palmer is a steal at this price. Shane Lowry. He has back-to-back top 30 finishes on the European Tour, but for some reason in America, it doesn't work for Shane Lowry. It's just not a thing. So I would not roll with Shane Lowry. The boy, how do you say this dude's name? Budenholt. Remember this guy?
Budenholt.
Yeah, he's back. Where's he been? Doesn't he usually play more PGA?
He always plays PGA.
Yeah. Well, he's been gone, and we really haven't missed him. He does not. His best finish on the European Tour this year is 12th. He's good and all, but I don't like him more than the people sandwiched between him, which are Kisner and Palmer.
He's like a make the cut and then finish at the bottom of the cut line guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Kokrak, I am not gonna. Well, Kokrak I think is playable, but I'd rather have Kisner. He's 100. So get this, Kokrak 10th in strokes gained putting, and then 178th in the par 3. So what the hell's going on? He's I don't know. You think if he's 2 putting if he's 10th, and I don't know, whatever. I think he's playable, I guess. Horschel, same thing, but I don't like either of them more than Kisner. Kisner plays the par 4s 12th best on tour. He plays the par 3s and par 5s good enough, 34th birdie or better.
Holy shit. Kisner would definitely go to Sonny's with me. I gotta tweet him. I'm gonna tweet him.
Yeah, you should tweet him.
Yeah,
not your phone. You're using your phone right now.
Fuck, camera. I am. Yeah.
So just wait till we're done and then tweet him. Anyway, Kisner very playable, 7K, and that's your 7K range. The 6K range is where things get a bit dicey because 90% of the range you've never heard of. Shout out Min Woo Lee. He made the graphic at the very bottom. I've never heard of this guy, but I disrespected the hell out of him, so that's cool. Lee Westwood has started off as a no. He did finish 17th on the European Tour, but that's his best finish this year. His other finishes, you might ask, 146, 67, and 50th. So there's no real reason to play Lee Westwood, I don't think. Victor Perez. There goes the phone. Victor Perez, who most people have heard of. Got the phone. Finished 4th at the Saudi in his last time out. But other than that, his finishes aren't that great. I would probably stay away because I like some of these other guys in this range. Gary Woodland is a flyer guy for me this week. He plays the par fives in the area 28th best on tour. He plays the par threes 16th best. But get this, the par threes, he plays them third DFL. I mean the par fours. He plays them third DFL, 234. So there is that. 26th in driving distance. I think I think it might be worth a flyer with no cut because you're going to get 4 rounds. I think he's bound to have at least a round and a half. That's pretty good. Kevin, playable, but wouldn't go out of my way to play him. Answer, the only reason I have him is playable. He hasn't been that good recently, but he's way too cheap for being Answer. He could get it going and win, to be honest with you. 29th birdie or better this year, 18th on the par fours. Definitely playable. My boy Wiesberger is next at 6,700. If you don't know Wiesberger, he's from Australia. What? How do you say his first name? Is it? It's not Bernard. It's like Bernard. I don't know.
And then Burn?
Burn? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, here's the deal. He's good at golf. He finished 6th in the Desert Classic. He finished 4th at the RSM Classic. Everybody gets cut. Whenever he comes over to America, he casually just makes the cut. Like, this guy's good. You've probably heard of him. Like, if you're a golf fan, this guy's good. So don't be afraid to play him.
I'm going to make a slight adjustment just to avoid international hatred towards Fantasy from the Fairway. He's Austrian.
What did I said Australian.
Australian.
I
figured
that.
You knew.
I knew.
But I just don't want to offend our Austrian viewers.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Also, did you see what happened to the dude for the New York Rangers, Panarin?
No.
He said some things. He's Russian. He said some things about Putin. And then apparently, like according to him and the New York Rangers backed him. That the Russian government made up this story that he beat up an 18-year-old, but they're saying that it's retaliation because he talked crap about Putin. And so he has to take a leave of absence, and they're trying to get his family out of Russia so they don't kill his family. He is the best player on the Rangers. He's a top 10 player in the National Hockey League. That's crazy.
Isn't his name like Artemi Panarin or what? Yeah. Okay.
It's a crazy story that should be. And I saw this morning that he was taking a leave of absence. So then people were like, he did it. And then more started coming out against. And then the Rangers tonight backed him. They're like, hey, man, we got to get his family out of there. It's crazy shit. Anyway, Lanto is playable. He's a good putter. He's bad on approach, but I think you could play him. The boy Rasmus Højgaard makes an appearance.
Saw him.
By the way, 9th at the Desert Classic and 6th at the Saudi International, his last 2 starts. Very playable, this guy. I like him a lot. Dietrich Thomas, right? Is that his first name?
Yep.
Thomas Dietrich's back. He finished 9th at the Desert Classic. Another good European option. Cabrera Bello is a bad European option. We're in the $6,600 range now. We got Laurie Cantor. Anyway, his last 2 finishes on the European Tour, 4th and 21st.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I've never
heard of him. No. But I'm just telling you, he has good finishes recently. Munoz, unfortunately, love Munoz, but he's not playable here. Andy Sullivan is back. Shout out Andy Sullivan. He's another middle of the pack guy. He's gonna probably finish top 40, but probably no better than top 20. But he's a solid option. Cameron Champ has withdrew. Please do not play Cameron Champ. You will get 0 points. Mac Hughes, believe it or not, besides the fact that he plays par threes and par fours pretty bad, he plays par fives good. He's good birdie or better. You could take a flyer, but that's a guy that I imagine a lot of people will play because he's American. You've heard of him. Kuchar, playable. Plays the par threes very well. The par fours very well. The fives, not very well. Good putter. I think Kuchar's playable if you just want to play Americans. Brendan Todd is not. Man, remember when Brendan Todd was like hot for a while? That was crazy.
Yeah, I think this course might be a bit too long for Brendan.
Yeah, he could be DFL.
Brandon.
We should start picking people who we think are going to finish DFL.
I was kind of thinking about that too.
We'll have to do that.
And while we're off the subject, I'm kind of upset that, like, I don't know, Budenhout, Højgaard, Dietrich, Sullivan are all here. Where is my boy Thomas Peters? And when is he coming to the States?
That's a good point. Here's the thing with this event. Like the qualifications to get in are different than the majors I know. Like Spieth is not in the field.
Yeah.
So I think you have to win in a certain amount of time because like some of these European guys at the bottom, like the rest of their finishes are trash. Like I'll get there. So it has to just be dudes that won somehow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of big name guys missing. Same on the European side, the same thing. Who's the other really good European major? Martin Keimer. Where is he?
Sure.
He just hasn't won in a while. So like anyway, this might be an example of it. The boy Chan Kim, maybe unconfirmed. His 2 finishes in America, 60 and 62nd. I'd stay away from him. Aaron Rai, maybe Indian guy. Wait, he looks Indian.
Yes, he's Indian, born in England.
There you go. His last 3 finishes, his last 2 finishes, 95th and 101st. No reason to mess with that. Jason Scrivener from Australia. I got it right this time. His last finish is 95th, 41st, and 2nd. So, do what you want here. Daniel Van Totter from South Africa comes in at $6,200. He has no log. I have no idea anything about this guy, so that's on your thing.
I was hoping you were going to go over him because I've never heard of him and he has a sick name.
Yeah, but Van Totter. Hopefully he's paired with Van Rooyen. That's what they should do.
I'm good with him.
Sounds good.
Van Totter's good.
Lucas Hebert is next. He has 2 top 25 finishes. He has a 31st finish at the U.S. Open, but other than that, it's hard to know. I think he is playable. Van Rooyen, don't call him Eric or Frederick. I'm not sure what he goes by. He's next. He plays the par 3s on tour 231st, but he plays the par 4s 10th on tour. So that's an option, I guess. I wouldn't, but Brad Kennedy is next from Australia. He finished the Zozo 41st. I didn't even know he was in the field there. JC Ritchie from South Africa is next, who finished 110th at the U.S. Open. Sami Välimäki from Finland is next. His last finish is on tour. See, like this guy. 123rd, 51st, 123rd, 123rd. Like, he had to have just won, I'm guessing. Unless he's like a god in Finland. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking him up.
Yeah, I wouldn't play him. That's what I'm getting at. Trevor Simsby from the good old United States at $6,000. He has nothing. I have no idea. Next up, we got Wade Ormsby from Australia, who's 3 for 3 on cuts on the European Tour this year with a 12th and 22nd finish. Next, out of Japan, we got Yuki Inamori, $6,000. This guy intrigues the heck out of me. David Lipsky from our great United States. He is a Korn Ferry guy, but recently started playing on the European Tour where he finished 5th at the HSBC, which was a big event in Abu Dhabi. 35th in the Desert Classic. So this guy's putting out good finishes on a real tour, the European Tour. On the Korn Ferry Tour, he finished 6th in the Korn Ferry Championship, 2nd in the Winco Foods Portland Open, and he won the TPC San Diego Challenge. How did he get in this event? I have absolutely no idea. But I think he's a solid option. He's played a lot of golf at $6,000. I mean, I'm sure all these $6,000 guys have played a lot of golf, but like, I can at least look this guy up and say, hey, he's not horrible.
My dude's Sammy.
Yeah.
He won his 6th ever career European start at the Oman Open in 2020. So he's the 68th best golfer in the world.
Sammy?
According to statistics.
Well, he's $6,100. I don't know.
And then Daniel Van Tonder. Just want to update. Yep, that's him. Yeah. He plays on the Sunshine Tour.
Oh, that's
which is the South African tour. And when I tell you he is red hot, my dude has 4 Dubskis just 2020. He has 7 total wins, 5 since 2019.
I still wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
And the last player in the field is Min Woo Lee, who has 132nd finish at Pebble Beach this year, 77th at the Saudi, 111th at the Dubai Desert Classic, and 67th at the HSBC Championship.
So he's more of a 2 rounds and go home type of guy.
Yeah, it's a VJ Phil type thing.
Yeah.
To the picks.
Oh,
I'm supposed to be somewhere in 8 minutes, so we're gonna do this as quick as we can. I will let you hit it first. Who's winning?
I'm gonna let you hit it first because you're not gonna pick my guy.
Thank you. I just want to quad check that I have not picked Patrick Cantlay before I pick him. I'm gonna pick Patrick Cantlay.
All right. I made a promise many Fantasy from the Fairway episodes ago. So I said when Tommy Fleetwood returned to the United States.
It's already typed in, boss.
Oh shit, you're on it. All right, let's Tommy Fleetwood.
For the win. And you thumbs him down, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Top 25, go ahead, pick it first. That we won't possibly get right. I like how you took the numbers out and just put 2026.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea. Who's finishing in the top 25?
Yeah, this is I'm gonna go Jason. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jason Day. I picked him to win, not top 25.
Jason
Day. Jason Day.
Not a bad pick. I am going to run with Sergio.
I'm going to make another Fantasy from the Fairway promise. The first tournament that my man Thomas Peters plays on the PGA Tour, he will be the winner as well.
Oh, there you have it. I have Cantlay to win, Sergio Garcia to finish in the top 25. You have Tommy Fleetwood to win, and Jason Day to finish in the top 25. That'll do it. A quick, I don't even know how quick it was, but I got to go back to work. A quick edition of Fantasy from the Fairway. Potentially a Puerto Rico Open video coming. I'll do that solo if I do it, but I saw there is contests for it, so I might give it a try if I have some free time. Best of luck to you.
I'll take it. I'll take a gander at it tomorrow if it's a slow day as well.
Sounds good. Yeah, we both had busy days. I had to work on a Monday.
I usually have off. Hell a busy day.
Yeah. Anyway, that'll do it. Fantasy from the Fairway. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the subscriber, Greg. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Greg.
Hope you enjoyed the content. I know this week was a bit quick. Not a lot has been done, but we did what we could. Bradenton, stand up, the 941. Please join my guy Jenks at the 64 Sunnies if you so choose. That'll do it for Jenks Jr. the third. For me, Fantasy from the Fairway. We'll talk to you sometime.